All right, can you hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
East.
Can you hear me now, chat?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I'm gay. Can you hear me?
I'm
Can
gay.
you hear me?
I'm gay.
I have documents that will lead to the arrest and incarceration of Hillary Clinton. Can you hear me?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Juan Sancho Villa, can you hear us?
Can you hear me, Juan?
Juan,
Can you hear me? All right, that's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
Juan MVP in the chat. Hey,
There
Juan
we go.
was on Kill Tony recently. So
Oh yeah, I saw his clip, dude.
yeah, you should call in, Juan. I don't have
Juan.
Let me see if the lower. Yeah, they're not going to work. So I got to redo the lower thirds, but you know my number. You got my digits. It's 210-284-2552.
Just please give us a call.
The phone lines are open.
Oh, we're good.
Stop sounding desperate, Bob.
That's all right.
I
I gotta go and get a suit and tie.
on my suit and tie shit.
And
Was it? Oh, what was that one song? In my suit and tie. Not. It wasn't the J. It wasn't the J Tim song. I just heard it. It was fucking.
what is it? Suit and tie. Shit.
Maybe suit and tie.
Suit and tie. That's what it's called.
Let me see. Is that what it is? I don't know, but so where are you gonna go to get your suit and tie?
Probably at the Men's Warehouse. Might have to rent one, but I saw one. I saw one on Amazon, but the delivery won't come in till like Sunday, and that's the wedding, so I gotta get it as soon as possible. But I think my mom has one. I don't know. I mean,
You say you're going to your mom's wedding, right?
yep.
That's nice. Who's she getting married to?
Guy named Rocky.
Rocky. That's a tough guy name.
East.
Think you could kick Rocky's ass if you had to? If you started, are you gonna walk him to the side before the wedding, give him the old speech where it's like, "Hey, Rocky, it's been how old are you?"
I'm 42, man.
Yeah, the past 42 years, it's been my responsibility to
It's
keep that little woman safe over there. All right.
Yeah, but
It's the first time in my life I had to pass that on to another.
because she's like 66 years old.
What?
My mom's like 66 years
That
old.
doesn't matter. She's still, she's still that young girl at heart. and
Yeah.
stuff. So you gotta tell Rocky.
Then it's like,
Yeah. Be like, listen here, young buck. Listen here, young blood. I know what you're thinking. I know what guys like you want. Trust me, I was a guy like you myself. You know what I mean? I know what you're thinking about, but this ain't the one to do that with. Okay? I want you home at a reasonable hour. And then you slip them. Then you slip them a little $20. You're like, hey, buy her the king size popcorn. All right, champ. And you stuff that in his little shirt pocket, Then you come back out and you're like, sweetie, and then you give her the kiss on the cheek,
Yeah.
And then right before he leaves, he's going to turn back and you give him that look. You give him that killer look. Or maybe even pull up the shirt a little bit, show him the butt of the gun.
Don't miss my mama, man.
Yeah, I don't know. So do you think you could take him if you had to?
Nah,
You have to call me up?
He's not a tough guy.
You're going to call me and Eddie G up to go put the boots to him?
Nah, you're good.
You're going to be doing a mic, so you got your alibi. Me and Eddie G roll by. Me and Eddie G come down from the trees because he's got the arborist equipment. He's come down for like special ops.
He's all right. He's good.
He's a good guy.
He's a
All
good
right,
guy.
hey, Rocky, you get a pass this time, all right? If I hear one fucking sniffing, if I hear a whisper of impropriety towards what's your mom's name?
Rosie.
Rosie. Psh, Rosie, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful name for a beautiful flower like her.
Yeah.
A rose by any other name.
For me, her
Still be a
maid's name is
beautiful-
Flora. So yeah.
Check my DMs. Let's see. That's cool. How long have they been fucking?
2 years.
2 years. That's nice. You think she's gonna give it up, the back door up tonight, or you think, or is that for the first anniversary? She's still gotta save something. DM your number.
man.
So how long are you gonna be? DM your number. Why don't you DM your number, motherfucker? It's so weird. 284-2552. Let me see. 210-284-2552. What were you saying? I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm talking about your mom giving it up.
No, I don't think. I think it's like she's been with the third wedding. So I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of maybe they're taking it a little too fast, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, how old's he?
Huh?
How old's he?
Like 69 years old.
He's, dog, that's a sexy age. 69 years old. But I mean,
Oh, man, I can take
69, 66. I mean, honestly, maybe 2 years was taking it too long. You know,
Yeah.
like you don't know what's gonna happen.
You have to take his remote
life.
control, man.
Yeah, especially in this day and age, man. We're going to war with Venezuela. America might
Bombing
not be around
boats,
for a couple more years.
bombing fishing boats. You know.
Here we're just straight up stealing boats too. We're stealing
Yeah.
oil tankers. What annoys me about that whole situation is all that stuff just gets like sent straight to Israel.
Oh,
It feels like
yeah.
it's like at least back in the time when like the Romans had like they always talk about the fall of the American Empire. Like they always
Yes.
say the fall of the Roman Empire. At
Yeah.
least like back in the day when the Romans conquered some people, they'd like divvy it up to the other people. I thought, you conquer some people and then you start passing out the freebies to your citizens, and then they don't stab you, like Julius Caesar or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how that all works out.
Well, the Romans, like if they conquer they conquer like France, Gaul, and then they, everyone's a Roman citizen, so everyone has rights of it being a Roman. So you're definitely in the Roman squad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd feel a lot better about this whole, being an empire, being the evil empire, if we at least got some fucking perks. You know?
I know.
It does feel like I'm getting all the guilt, because it's like the people at the top don't feel any fucking guilt.
Yeah.
They get none of the guilt because they're sociopaths. They get all the money, and I'm stuck here looking at Venezuela. Like,
It's like,
hey,
we
where's
don't-
my taste?
It's not. It's the thing about our empire is that like we don't like claim it as a territory for us. We just oust the leader and just put a puppet government, like a dictator or whatever, the one that's gonna tell what they're gonna want us to do.
Yeah. That's CIA's whole game plan. But what I always wondered, because they're talking about like fentanyl and shit, that's their big thing. But it's like, what about Mexico? Like, isn't Mexico way closer? And aren't they like pumping in probably like all the drugs like everywhere?
Yes.
Like, I'm pretty sure Mexico's like pumping the drugs, or at least South America's pumping the drugs out to like. Is Venezuela in South America, or is that it's its own little like island?
No, it's South America.
What is it? Is it a part of South America?
Yeah, it is.
That's weird.
Well, they have all the oil. That's the reason why like Trump is bragging like, yeah, we got the oil. There's a lot of oil there.
Let me look up Venezuela on a map.
I mean, they want to get rid of Maduro as quickly as possible. They've wanted it to do it for so many years.
Oh, nice. That's like a nice little part of you're right there on the beach.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's nice. You're over there
Ooh.
right next to Colombia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's so
Caribbean.
funny that they're saying, oh, we need to go after Venezuela when it's literally right next to Colombia, which is like, the most notorious
All the
cocaine
comes
exporters
from-
in the world.
Yes.
Tell Bob to pull his shorts up higher on his legs and show more skin. Oh, that's Juan.
Yay.
That's Juan for you. Hey, that's not gay. It's he's trying to make you money, dog. He's not. I don't know. I think there's a
Want
big
my
difference,
legs,
between
Juan?
telling you how to get the people what they want. It's
Want
not
my
saying
legs, Juan?
He does maybe. Who knows, man? He wants
Yeah.
he wants the people to be pleased, which I respect. I'm worried that the guy. You ever like worry when you go to a doctor or whatever, and they're like too nice, and
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, did they do the right job? Or they're
Yeah.
like too busy being friendly and just getting in and out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I got the eye test today, and they gave me the the contacts to go home with and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like this eye's a little blurrier than the other eye, and I'm like,
What do you got? Astigmatism, far side?
yeah, I got astigmatism.
I have astigmatism too.
Nice, that's cool. I got the astigmatism. He said it was from when I was in class as a kid, looking at the girls, looking at the girlies. Is that what your doctor told you?
No.
Yeah, well, he needs to go back to school, dog.
Go back to your eye school.
Exactly. I was looking at that. You ever like? I think that's the first thing I think whenever I'm like in a dentist office or a doctor's office, and they have the little like charts of what they work on. Like they have the little eye cross sections and shit.
Yeah, and the charts, the letter charts.
Yeah, and I'm always like, could I do this maybe? Like, because the eye I'm thinking is like, if you only did eyes, I mean, there's only two of them,
Yeah.
and then they're like, yeah, it's small stuff, but I mean, it does look like there are maybe like 68 things. And a lot of those things looks like they're just adding on extra shit just so they can like make it look bigger. Like, it's like that
Yeah.
thing looks a lot like it's still just a part of that thing, but
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same letters. But I think
no, it's more than just memorizing the letters. That'd be funny if that's all you needed to do to be the eye doctor is just memorize all the letters on the eye chart.
yes.
That's
It's
just
like number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. But I get
Juan in the chat. I hate when doctors too nice that I don't realize he slipped a finger or two up my butt again. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I had a doctor
You gotta-
and she like put the finger up my butt and she didn't use any lube, which I thought was kind of weird. Because
Yeah.
because that was like the first time I had it done, so I didn't know like if they're supposed to do that or not. And then I
Yeah.
had another doctor do it and they put lube on there. I'm like, okay, you know what? See, this seems like it makes sense,
That
but
sounds pretty hot.
it was honestly very hot. It was very, when I was getting my balls checked and stuff,
yeah.
I had like 2 female nurses, like 2 at the same time on my balls and shit. Because one was a trainee. They're ugly and fat as shit, but still, you know what I
Well,
mean?
I had a hot doctor looked at my testicles.
Yeah, you never have?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, when I was at the dermatologist.
What was his name?
Her name.
Oh,
Her name, not his
okay.
name.
Not his name. Okay, whatever you say, Bob.
No, I'm serious.
You're serious? You're
No,
not
she-
lying. You're not fucking pulling my leg right now.
No, she was like I think she's from South America, but she was hot.
She was hot. Nice. That's hot, Doug. What did you fuck her?
Wish.
Yeah, dog. That's
I
wild.
wish.
Dog, that'd be so cool to
I think
like.
she was kind of grossed out at me, so
Hey, while you're down there, but like anything you see, sweetheart.
yeah.
Yeah. Just to let you know, I don't
Boner.
always have raging herpes. Not all the days out of the month. That's my pickup line when I'm
Yeah.
at the doctor. I'm like, hey, baby,
Hey, I don't have any
it's called a flare
hepatitis.
up.
I don't have any sores on my dick, so that's
You're a doctor. You should know that
yeah.
with your rich ass. That's cool, dog. Hot doctors looking at your balls. Did you go home and touch yourself to that later? To the fantasy of like her being like, "Oh my gosh, your penis is so beautiful and amazing."
Could have thought about that, yeah.
Yeah, nice, nice. I
Yeah.
wonder if doctors would be offended if you had like an erection, during the whole procedure and stuff. Is that
think they-
offensive?
I think they would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would. Haha, I get what you're
Would.
putting down, dog.
Would.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Would.
Like a doctor, like a hot South American female doctor from
Yeah.
Venezuela who's just she needs a place to hide. So I'm like, hey, why don't you hide in my foreskin, baby? I won't let Donald Trump get to you. I won't let Daddy Trump find
Right
you.
under my balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to go to Ocos Locos.
Yeah. This is really fucking it up for me because I was planning on going down to Venezuela here, this summer. I wanted to summer in Venezuela, but Trump's really put the kibosh on that.
Yeah.
I don't
Nothing wrong
know.
with that. But I had a roommate that went to Colombia with his girlfriend.
Yeah. How was that? Was she
Shut up.
Colombian?
Yeah, she was Colombian, but he said he had a great time. It was like around Christmas, but yeah,
Nice.
I want to go to Colombia. Fuck yeah.
It's snow time in Colombia every
Let's
day of the year.
All that cocaine.
All that cocaine, you can even snort it through your ear. It's that pure. We're doing
Yeah.
ear coke in Colombia for
Skin
sure.
on my nose.
Even put it under your foreskin for fun.
Pablo Escobar. Sling down the slopes.
Pablo Escobar and Jeffrey Epstein are chilling in Israel, doing fat lines with Netanyahu. Let me see. When girls are sad, I offer to massage their hearts from the inside through their hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Yeah. What was I was watching some military shit. Apparently, like British soldiers or the ones with the big fuzzy hats.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when they faint, they had to faint like face first or whatever, or it's like improper.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're not allowed to like take a knee or whatever because that's like weakness.
What?
Yeah, it's like if they faint, a lot of them do because they're out there in the sun and they're like got all
Yeah.
this wool shit on,
Well,
and then the other like their fellow soldiers aren't allowed to like stop them from falling. They have to like stay in position and rank and all that. Yeah, Britain's stupid.
I think the sun's their enemy.
The sun,
Yeah.
and the sun's every white man's enemy.
Yeah, but definitely in the UK, I mean, they're pasty as fuck.
They don't get a lot of it, I'll tell you. That's for sure. But can something really be your enemy if it only shows up like 2 days out of the year?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, the herpes. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm
All right.
surprised.
Boom.
I'm surprised, like, they've conquered the half of Africa and India.
Those are called the Queen's Guard. Thank you, Juan. We learned something today.
Oh, that's right.
The Queen's
Little
Guard.
fuzzy hats. Yeah, the Queen's Guard.
Yeah.
Then when they stand still, they can't say anything, but once
Mhm.
they cross their path, they just yell at you.
I know there's probably some like old British Bob Dell kind of guy over there who's like, "That's right, love. Put on the fuzzy hat.
Put on the fuzzy head,
Put on the
McCook, right now.
Do the goose step for me, love, in the fuzzy hat with your knickers out. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have a wank to that.
Yeah, feel my bullocks, mate.
Feel my bollocks." I was watching The Holiday recently. Have you seen that?
No, what's that?
It's like an old rom-com. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like the British lady and Cameron Diaz. So it's Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz who star in it. And Kate Winslet's like this editor who has like a one-sided, like she's in love with this, rich guy who just basically uses her to fuck and do all his work. The hero of the story, I think his name's Jasper.
Yeah.
And he looks kind of swarthy, a little too swarthy to be a full Brit. So I had to look into it, but I wasn't able to uncover anything. It was something about Australia, and I was like, I don't know, you're muddying the waters there, dog. Looks like he's got a touch of Aborigine in there, but that's not. It was definitely distracting for the movie, but that's not the point. So Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet switch houses, which is such a crazy concept. But they switch houses for Christmas, like for the holiday. So Kate Winslet's over there in the LA mansion, and it ends up. Are y'all drinking? What are y'all drinking in those cups? Coffee.
Coffee, and mine have Bailey's.
Yeah, I think mine probably has a shot in it. So Jack Black is there, being charming to Kate Winslet. And at first, you can tell that like they're like, okay, Jack, don't go full Jack Black right away, because he doesn't get into the whole like singing and until like the last 30 minutes of the movie.
He doesn't do a ridiculous act or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't. And it's so funny too, because the whole premise of the movie is just like, hey, girls, like go to a different country and have sex with like the first guy that you see, which is like pretty much what they both do. One of them fucks Kate Winslet's brother. Cameron Diaz has sex with Kate Winslet's brother because he drunkenly just like walks into her house because he thinks it's his sister's house, then fucking that night, and just keep fucking. And then Kate Winslet, she ends up hanging out with this, nice old man next door. That's how you know she's not like a total sleaze,
right?
Like Cameron. She has the British class.
Yeah.
But eventually she fucks Jack Black, I guess, which is funny because Jack Black has a girlfriend, and he's like taking Kate Winslet out on a date to a movie store. He's doing all this he's like getting her coffee and doing all this like flirty, first date romance shit. And then like while he's there, he sees like this girl outside. He's like, Megan, and then he like runs out, and Megan's with some other chick and stuff. And he's all like heartbroken. I'm like, motherfucker, you're in the middle of a date with his other chick. You know what I mean? And then he gets over that whole breakup in about 2 hours. And then they're together, him and Kate Winslet, and obviously they all meet back up in jolly old London, or where is it? Sherry or something, or Surrey? From Surrey, yeah, Surrey. Yeah, they all end up in Surrey. Yeah, and they always have like the cutest little cottages. In those movies.
In the middle of the
nowhere.
Country,
yeah. Those look so sick though. I don't know.
I would like to get one of those.
I would, but I'd have to have like a lot of drugs, because that's all I'd be doing in there is just a lot of drinking and drugs, because that's all you do. There's like literally nothing else. You're surrounded by snow. You got to walk like 2 miles to get to the road.
Sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd have a good time in Britain, but they I think apparently, from what I heard from an interview, is like Europe's a big coke country now.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of coke there.
Yeah, and a weird thing too is like Europeans and shit. They don't smoke like straight weed. They smoke spliffs.
Yeah.
No,
spliffs,
I think even in Amsterdam they smoke spliffs. Usually like
nice,
which is like weed with a little tobacco in it.
Yeah. I've had one of those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hipster people in America do that. I've only seen, and also people that are broke and trying to stretch weed, in America do that.
That's true.
It's a Canadian thing too. They call them popper. They do these like bong hits.
I think Canada smokes a lot of weed.
They do smoke a lot of weed, but they also do like this thing called poppers or whatever. Like, and it's not what you're thinking. It's not amyl nitrates. I think it's called poppers. I can look it up. It's not a big deal, but it's where they like take a bong hit with like tobacco and weed in it or whatever. And it's
okay.
like, yeah, so it's, they get the tobacco bong hit and they get all, but
Okay.
that's a young guy thing, I think. Let me see. I'd
Yeah.
take shrooms and try to run to the closest road and back before the trip starts. That's too much exercise for me, Juan. Okay, because Juan's doing his whole
yeah.
Juan Sancho Villa. Was that episode? That episode was out, I think.
I saw it. It's out.
No, but I'm talking about the episode where he was our intern.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were supposed to be our technical intern.
Yeah, I think I think that episode's out there. So
Yeah.
I'll have to post that and try to ride his coattails. Juan before he was famous. My fault,
Juan,
buddy.
Juan.
I'm at work right now. So is George. Liar!
Liar.
Nick's telling me he's at work. Liar! George told me you weren't. 1 second. I'm gonna call this motherfucker up.
Call him.
I'm calling him.
Juan Chovia. Is Juan Sancho?
No, that's not. I'm calling Nick.
Oh,
Nick Rosales of the Rosales Brothers of Rosales Brothers Radio.
Rosales.
Just calling this cocksucker up.
Hello.
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
What's
What's
up,
up, buddy?
man? How
Hey.
you doing?
I was
Good.
told by your blood, by
Yeah,
your family.
Yes.
I wasn't supposed to go in. Like, I didn't have to go in, but I went in today because I missed all day yesterday.
Sounding
So
like
I
some
wasn't
fucking
scheduled to go in,
bullshit.
but I still
Okay.
came to do work.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mm,
What do you think about that, Bob? Does that sound like you believe that shit?
I don't know.
I don't believe
think
that.
so.
Oh, listen.
I don't know, dog. I don't know. Let me talk to your boss right now. Put him on.
Yeah, put your boss back
I'm
on
the only
the
one
phone.
here.
Oh, you're the only one there. Oh, it sounds like you should. I don't give. I don't know.
Where you working at, man?
I work at an engineering company.
Oh,
Okay.
big man of his engineering
Nice.
company. All right. Well, I love you, Nick. We need to get you
Love you,
and
Nick.
George back on the show.
Yeah, I'm down next week. I'm not doing nothing next Saturday.
Well, I got Clifton on the show next week, and that's gonna be Bob's already taking your spot. So
Yeah.
unless
Oh,
Bob
okay.
drops
I was
out,
like, I don't know when George is off of Saturday, but I'm off those Saturdays. It was just the holiday week, and I had to go in this Saturday.
so the next one though on the 10th, I was thinking would be cool because Sam's gonna be in on the 10th, and you guys could be on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
I'm down.
a Sam
Like I said, I
Rosales?
can't promise George because his schedule varies, but I'll be there.
And that's good because then we got a seat for Bob, and everything works out.
There you go.
All right.
All right. I love you, boss. Talk to you soon.
See you
All right,
later,
love you,
man.
dude. Sorry,
Merry
man.
Take it easy, man.
It's all good. I
Merry
forgive you
Christmas,
now.
guys.
Merry Christmas, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Son of a bitch. That's what you get for trying to book a podcast like 20 minutes before the podcast is supposed to start.
Really?
So I guess that was kind of both of our faults.
Could ask him like, why did he move back to San Antonio?
I don't know. Probably ran out of money. I don't-
Yeah.
Hey, so why'd you? I know you're a comic that was living in Austin. Do they just not think you were funny enough to support your job? I mean, what are you talking about?
Just,
People move back to San Antonio because San Antonio rules. That's where I live.
affordable? No.
Kind of digging the new haircut, to be honest. Alonzo Cantu reminds me of some of the women in the Marines. That's what I was going for. That's nice.
You don't have a jarhead.
Not yet. I can't afford that yet. High and tight. You ever thought about being a barber?
Not really.
Really?
No, I didn't think about that.
I feel like that'd be a good one because you could just
I don't think I'm really good with hair.
not yet. You got to go to school for it. It's
I
not
know,
like you just.
and I just
you know.
don't. I'm just not. I don't have an interest in it.
I have an interest in the money. It's like you just kind of set your own schedule. You have your
Yeah.
own clientele. You get some clippers. You go over there. You're good.
Yeah.
I'd like to have my own like little barber shop in my own house. And people come over there. But
I've been to a lot of good barbers. I mean, I don't like going to Great Clips because they always fuck up my hair. But I always go to the ones that I know down the street, like that's run by Puerto Ricans.
yeah. Well, the trick is when you go to one of those chain ones, you're supposed to go to the ones where the girls got the big chi-chis. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're just like, and then you get the shampoo and they got the chi-chis in your face and you're just like,
Yeah.
I don't care what my hair looks like after this. I'll go get a real haircut.
Yeah.
But what is the here when I was growing up, the gimmick was my mom would cut my hair, but sometimes she would take me and my brother to the barber college.
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
the
'cause it's
cheap-
cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, you get like the $5 haircuts over there. and who cares if your kid's hair gets fucked up?
Yeah.
I was thinking about going to the salon college. I was passing by Woodlawn. You know, it's by Sunset Brews and the Woodlawn
Yeah,
Theater and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I saw that they had a little salon college there. I was like,
Right.
I wonder if they have cheap salon hair days when I have my long hair again. You know,
Yeah,
go over there,
they
get
probably
it thinned
do.
out. Maybe they do. No, that's really also been on my mind. You seen any of the Epstein stuff?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I saw. Have you seen pictures of Bill Clinton?
in the pool.
Yeah, in the pool, like
Yeah.
masturbating or whatever.
He was masturbating. I thought he was just relaxing,
I
enjoying
don't
himself.
know.
I can't, you know, he can't just be masturbating in every picture.
Man, I don't know.
Sometimes he just needs to wash all that goo off in the pool, you know, get a
Yeah.
nice soak.
Yeah.
I heard about the one chick that said, I guess, that they had him in like horse stalls or whatever, like the girls
Horse
naked in horse
stalls,
stalls, and
what?
then like all the men and stuff would like be like judging. They had like I guess bags over their heads so they couldn't see anything. I guess Jeffrey Epstein was just like verbally degrading them, being like, "You're animals, you're nothing," stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting because it's like, well, that's the first time I heard that. I'm not saying it didn't happen, you know. It's I was just like, oh, that's interesting. And then apparently, I think maybe the same person said that Trump was present when I guess Epstein like murdered her baby that she got pregnant with from being
That's
like a prostitute
right.
or whatever. You heard that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
read
know.
one of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
I read that her dad sold her to being a sexual slave and to Elaine Maxwell beat her.
Yeah,
One of the documents.
I wonder if the dad
Crazy.
is gonna get looked into with that. But yeah.
What the fuck?
I hope
man?
they catch this Trump guy. He sounds like a bad dude. If only they could find him.
I wonder where he is, man.
Yeah, exactly. If only they could find this slippery Trump guy.
Yeah.
You know, he just blends in so well. You know, it's just
He
like,
does, man.
yeah,
One person who is orange skinned, you know,
yeah.
with a wig, yellow blonde wig.
It's really like try to track down Bozo with a clown. And Where's Waldo book.
There's Trump.
Yeah, that is depressing. It's just frustrating because it just doesn't feel like anything's gonna happen. It's almost worse like knowing when you know that nothing's gonna happen about it. It's just like, ugh,
Yeah.
fuck. I'd rather know than not know, but I don't know.
Rather not know.
You heard about how they fucked up the redaction stuff?
No.
Yeah, so apparently, because you know how the whole when they're releasing the files recently, like all the stuff's blacked out, and there's like pages of just like a big black bar. Well, it sounds like as opposed to like exporting them as PDFs, they exported them as like I guess just the actual file type.
Yeah.
So people were able to go in there and like copy and paste it, and then when they pasted it, it was pasted unredacted.
Right.
And so they're able to find all those names and stuff. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I haven't like tried it myself. I don't even know what to look for.
There's
I was like going through those files.
They only like released 1% of it. I mean, most of it that has already been leaked, you know.
Yeah, which is wild because they said it was like 1 million files, and it's like that's 1%. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of files.
It's like the district attorney's like, yeah, we have to protect the victims. Like what victims? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish
I
wish
mean,
the
I know
Democrats did it earlier. You know what I mean? Because then, I don't know.
I wish they had balls. I mean, to get the Epstein files released, but they're too chicken shit.
Yeah, it was it's weird. I just don't know what's gonna like. What's the next step? I feel like the Venezuela thing is gonna be a big distraction. And everything, and then we got the Israel Gaza thing, which Venezuela is gonna distract from, and then. You know, I always have to remember still doing the Ukraine shit.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
that too.
I don't know.
And Trump wants to get Greenland.
Still, that's
Yeah.
cool.
He still has Greenland on his mind, dude.
If I was Greenland, I'd actually be worried now. After the Venezuela shit, I'd be like, fuck this guy. Oh yeah, have you heard the Trump maybe going like dementia? Do you think there's anything like that? He's catching some dementia?
Probably.
Yeah, that little piggy thing was a little weird.
Yeah.
Quiet piggy. Yeah.
Quiet piggy.
That was a little weird. I think we can all admit that.
Yeah, he's losing his mind, dude. He's almost 80 years old, dude.
That's wild. It's only been 36 minutes. Damn.
Yeah.
Sucks. I don't know. I think I might call it now. Start working
Sure.
on start working on shit. What are you thinking? What do you want to talk about?
About what?
I don't know. Anything on your mind?
Um, hmm. I'm just gonna. I don't know, man. Like, I don't have anything going on this weekend.
Nice. I'm doing Clown Church tomorrow at
Oh
the
yeah,
Brick.
Clown Church. Yeah.
I think that's at 8. Let me double check what the time's at. Tickets are still available. You guys can check my story at Alonzo CAN the number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Check my story. There should be links there for Clown Church. You can find Clown Church on Instagrizz. Oh, I guess I got to re-add it to my story. Here, I'll do it right now. All right. There we go. Now that's okay. So it's tomorrow. It's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's at the Brick.
Rick.
One ticket is $10. 2 tickets are $15. That's a great deal. There's going to be stunts, magic, but mostly comedy, guys. It's going to be a fun
Comedy.
time. Hosted by often co-host John Tuttle and
Tuttle.
his awesome wife. And yeah, guys, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Are you going to be there tomorrow, Bob?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Bob's going to be there.
I'll be there, man.
You guys can meet Bob Dell himself. You guys want to meet
Oh,
the illustrious Bob Dell? He will be at Clown Church tomorrow. I will be Clown Church tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to like reveal what my character is supposed to be, but there's gonna be like some stunts involved, I guess. So, you guys want to come see me get hurt? That'll be tomorrow.
There's also magicians, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be some magic.
Fuck yeah.
Everett's gonna be there. He's gonna magic it up.
I
Got a
love
couple
magic.
bits. I love magic too. I love Everett too.
That's cool.
I think Elliot's gonna be there. I think they're gonna dress Elliot up like a woman, which is hot. You ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Telling me that Elliot doesn't look like Billy Babbitts, or who is it? Let me see.
I always tell him look like Lyle Lovitz, the country singer.
Who does he look like? I sent it to John. I said, where's this motherfucker? This is important, guys. Oh yeah, Elliot looks like Billy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Billy. Who is Billy?
He's the one that kills himself.
Oh yeah,
I'm
right.
about to look it up right now. 1 second. Let me see if I can put it on screen real quick.
Billy.
It's very important.
I think one guy.
Let me see. I was typing it at Elliot Weisberg
Yeah.
instead of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Billy. All right.
Oh, Danny DeVito was in the movie.
Yeah, he was. He was a very young, handsome Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me just pull this up real quick.
You know about the author of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
What about him?
Ken Kesey. He used to work. He wrote that book because he used to work at the mental ward.
Nice.
But he was like one of the guys of the what they call the Merry Pranksters.
Yeah, he wrote the Electric Kool-Aid something.
Yeah. The acid test.
Yeah, my chick read that. He like basically took all the money from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and bought like a school bus covered in rhinestones with him and like a couple of his author friends, and just had like a shit ton of acid hidden in like the floorboard of the bus, and they would just like travel around the country like handing out acid pretty much and just living it up. That's totally my dream. It's called like the Electric Acid Kool-Aid Test. Is that what he said? Or?
Yeah, the Kool-Aid test.
Yeah. So this is Billy Betts, and oh yeah, you can't just stand up and get over here real quick. Just take a look. Let's take a little peeky-roo. Let me get the big. Go back. Why isn't it full screening? Full screen.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Don't you think?
Bet. Yeah, his hair does.
That's what I'm saying. And the face.
Yeah, the face too.
That's full Elliot Weisberg, guys. And you can go do the homework your own self to look at who Elliot Weisberg is, but there you go. That's a little treat for you guys.
It's been a while since I watched that movie, so yeah.
It's a fucking amazing movie. It's like it's one of those classics because it's like 2 hours long, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's maybe an hour tops. highly suggest if you guys haven't seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Apparently the book's even better. My chick just finished reading it and said it's phenomenal. And she read the Electric Acid Kool-Aid Test before she read Cuckoo's Nest, which is interesting too.
Yeah.
Actually.
I've read a lot of Allen Ginsberg.
Oh yeah.
His poetry, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big old pedo.
Oh, he is?
You know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's a good poet though. He wrote Howl, right?
Howl, yeah.
Yeah, he also wrote like a bunch of like NAMBLA poems. He's been like NAMBLA meetings, like writing, like reading poems about like
Oh
like,
no,
the beauty of like butt fucking young boys.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
I'll
mind.
send you some stuff. I'll send you some deep Ginsberg. But that whole, because also they say that fucking
All right, fuck
who was the other cat that wrote Naked Lunch?
William Burroughs.
Yeah, they said he was a peed too. But
shit.
yeah, but you know that whole crew, what Kerouac and fucking
John Kerouac's cool.
Jack Kerouac,
Jack
yeah.
Kerouac.
I think they're like, I think in that book they're like fucking underage kid or something. Like I don't know. They're all fucking underage kids back in the day. But what was who was else? So it was Kerouac, Ginsberg, Burroughs, fucking the other guy who Kerouac wanted to fuck really bad, and that's basically the whole book was about. Pavati or something. His name.
I don't know.
He had a cool name. And then I thought there was another guy in the group that wrote some shit that was good. Long story short, it was the Beats.
The Beat Movement.
Yeah, the Beats.
Beatniks.
Yeah. All right, guys. Now it's been a fucking funky dealer. Next week we are gonna have
Clifton Simmons. Yeah,
Clifton Simmons, dude. That's gonna be fucking awesome. And we're gonna go over his book. I'm really excited to have him in studio. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Cliff, but you will be introduced to Clifton Simmons. He's been in the San Antonio comedy scene forever. He was like doing it many years before I've been doing it. I've been doing it for like
he's been doing it forever,
over a decade and shit. He's been probably 2 decades now.
He's been doing a lot of shows and
and now
open mic.
Yeah, and then he went. I don't know. I don't know if it's Black Israelite or something like that, but he did some. Now he's full his own, just following the laws of the Sabbath or something like that, or the Sabbatic laws or something. I don't know, but it's cool. I'm reading the book. It's fucking interesting.
Well,
so
Shabbat
I want to
Shalom.
ask him about it and kind of figure out what his journey was, how he decided to write the book, how long it took him to write the book, what are his plans with it. So that should be fun, guys. I should have the chat and everything working by next week. Fucking fingers crossed. I was thinking about actually just working on it today after this before I gotta do other shit. But all right, guys, thank you a lot for tuning in. Thanks Juan for tuning in. Thanks everybody.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Bob for coming through. That's been
so
a funky
much.
dealer, guys.
I ain't a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen.
In 1 second.
4-4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scraps, wants 4. Ace, deuce, scraps, wants 4. Ace.
1 second.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, Rocky?
what's up, man?
What's up? No, don't you call it quits. Don't you give me a half-ass 45-minute show.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
Hey,
I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. What did you say earlier? I was laughing my ass off. Oh, about the haircut. No one gives a fuck if that kid gets a fucked up haircut. And you said something else too.
hey, I went to.
Oh yeah, about the lady with the big chi-chis. Like after that, you don't care
Yeah,
about
I
how your
love
hair
that.
looks.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
hilarious.
That's the truth.
No, yeah.
bro.
I recently took my kid to Rio's. They fucked up his hair, but yeah, I thought about the same.
Yeah.
Can't get too pissed because
Who
well,
gives
that's
a
what they
shit?
do there, and it's my kid's hair. It's not my hair.
It's not like
and
it's
it goes
fucking up a
back.
date for your kid or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I
It's
mean-
not like your kid's like, oh man, I was gonna get some pussy later, man. He fucked my shit up.
Yeah, just give him a lunch cut.
On the topic of barbers, and then when you were talking about that earlier, they're fucking ridiculous. They charge way too much money for their services. They're
Well-
talking about like $50 a haircut and wanting a $20 tip. That's bullshit. I will go to the $5 haircut every day of the week.
Are you talking about those fancy artisan hipster barbers and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck those guys. I saw an article of this guy saying that they should all be demanding $100 a minimum a haircut. I'm like, what the fuck?
Fuck that.
It's like,
I think
hey,
it was just clickbait, but
hey,
Yeah.
dickhead, it grows back.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I
you know
know.
I need to do this next month, right?
yeah, especially a barber haircut because that's not like a salon thing. Let that grow a little bit, and they can cut it so it kind of grows the way you want. With like a
Yeah.
barber's haircut, you're trying to keep it trim, especially if you're an urban,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have much to talk about. Just fuck barbers, and I'll pay
No, man,
$5.
that's chill. Because I had a couple like I knew people that were barbers, and I was always just very envious of how their life ran. You know, I knew one of my friends when I was growing up. His good friend that he went to go get his haircut from had his little barber shop in his house, right? And then he'd always be selling weed and all kinds of other shit. You know, that's what I like about the barber thing. It's like a one-stop shop. You come over here, you're getting your haircut, you buy some weed, you know, whatever else.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, it is a one-stop shop for a lot of your needs. You can't necessarily get that from the Rios lady. Yo, you got a eighth?
Yeah, and they're always trying to fucking talk to you about some fucking nonsense too. It's like, sweetheart, you're not carrying on a conversation, you know, with this barber level of intellect. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I never, unless you're a black barber, I don't necessarily need to hear what you got to talk about, you know, because you're not. You know, it's a lot of small talk. You see, you go to a black barber and stuff, they're going to tell you why Eminem sucks and nobody in the hood listens to Eminem and shit. He's a loser. And I respect that. You know, I respect a barber that has strong opinions that isn't just going to be wishy-washy on you.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Man, that's how, see, if I was going to be a barber, I'd be a black barber. And I'm not even being like, whatever, but that's like, if you can learn how to cut black hair, you're going to have a built-in clientele, you know? That's what I'm saying. It's like, I've always felt, I'm like, I wouldn't want to cut white people's hair and shit. I want to cut black people's hair. But at the same time, that's like the most high intensity haircut.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
So I don't know. It's like it's kind of like you want to work at a Fortune 500 company, right? But at the same time, you have the pressure of working at a Fortune 500 company. You know, it's like, it's the elite.
The elite. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But
you've seen the videos. You know what also sucks?
I hear it, yeah.
I guarantee, like, if I become a black barber, the odds of, like, my customers getting shot is going to be going up, like, over 500%. You know, some kind of, like, you've seen that. And also, maybe...
And it's not racist, it's just facts.
Yeah, so I guess the most dangerous barber would be black barber, and then second would be Italian barber, because you always see those guys.
Hey, yo, fuck, dude, I would never be an Italian barber. They would always get shot in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or somebody's gonna make me cut their throat with the with the razor and stuff, you know, or I'm gonna get whacked.
Yeah.
So, sorry about this, Fat Johnny.
You're gonna get whacked, and not the good kind.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, dog. Now I can think about is giving Bob Dell a straight razor throat cut. I'm just gonna, but also I'd leave him with a nice clean face. I'd save it for the last one. That would so suck to get your face is half shaved and your throat's cut. I'm like, oh.
It'll be like the Sweeney Todd.
Man, what the fuck is the neighbor doing?
I don't know. Go ask him. Put him on the phone. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Nah, he's fucking cutting trees down. I don't know. They hired some like crackhead help.
White guy?
They've just been cutting trees that doesn't need to be cut. Yeah, no, the white guy, and then the white guy hired the Mexican crackhead, and now they're both back here doing stuff.
That's cool. I like that.
I just don't know how I feel about the hierarchy. Like the white guy is hiring the Mexican guy, but they're both crackheads. One's on meth.
Well, you know what, Mexican, I mean, it's just like a point of pride. I don't think you ever see a Mexican guy that's going to hire a white guy. He's just going to, if he needs to hire somebody, he knows probably like 3 other Mexican guys he could hire.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Mexican guy's playing it smart. He's on the ground with the leaf blower, and the white guy's in the tree. So,
Christian Dissect in the chat, tree barber. There you go.
Barber, yeah.
Little callback. But
that's the life right there. You become a landscaper and a barber, and you just get to do whatever you want and fucking.
Hey, yeah. We need to tell Eddie, dude. Fucking. I love how proud Eddie is of his tree cutting job. You see Eddie, right?
Eddie G, yeah, he came over. He tried to give me a quote. That's how Mexican he is. He came to my house and he saw my trees.
Dude, Eddie's a fucking character, man. I love how he's always showing off his abs.
Yeah. He doesn't, and that man has no hair.
Yeah, dude. It goes all into the abs.
Yep.
That's all ab hair, dog.
Yep.
That's hairy abs. That'd be sick though if he was just bald everywhere except for his 6-pack, just fucking hairy, giant 6-pack.
Hairy 6-pack.
That'd be hot.
Yeah.
There's a 6-pack under there, Afro.
Yeah.
Oh.
What about you, Rocky? How's your belly looking? I got this gut that I need to get fucking down. Maybe I'll do that.
I lost some weight because I'm dealing with some stomach issues, but I started feeling better again, and then so I started putting weight back on. But I have a gastroparesis.
What the fuck's that?
Basically the food doesn't fucking digest properly. takes too long and it leads to like a lot of fucked up symptoms and makes you feel like shit.
Oh yeah. What do your
Yeah.
poops look like?
Pretty normal, but sometimes they're not. But it was crazy. I had an endoscopy and a colonoscopy, and they didn't even take me to dinner.
Dude, my ass sounds like a fucking shotgun blast, and then I'm making sounds like I just got blasted by a shotgun every time. Just like, I'm like, oh, please, just not the face.
Yeah.
My mama to have a
I
good
don't fucking.
open casket
I
funeral.
don't wish stomach issues on anybody. That shit sucks.
You got the
Yeah.
you got the double tire.
Do you just
But
wake
yeah,
up
no.
when you take a shit?
What's up?
Is it just an emergency?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not an emergency.
Me, it's an emergency, and then it's like a 15-minute like chore.
Yeah, gut health. I'm learning. My girlfriend bought me a book. It's pretty important. It's kind of crazy all the things that factor into your gut health. And then when you get old, you just celebrate taking a healthy shit. That's kind
Yeah.
of weird. It's kind of crazy.
It is
Like one
crazy.
day you just take it for granted, and then one day you're just happy to be shitting normal.
Well, I didn't know I had lactose intolerance until I was older. I just thought that everybody just had, horrible Basquiat toilet shits,
Yeah.
Basquiat.
Yeah, Pollock painting fucking toilet shits and shit.
Yeah,
Smeared.
Jackson Pollock. One of my favorite. I like Jackson Pollock. Drip pour painting.
Dude, you should check out my toilet. You'll love it. It's
Oh
fucking-
yeah, so
yeah,
you
sure.
should sell it. You should sell it as art. Maybe you should just take a shit on a big white piece of paper and that splatter that it makes. That's a fucking. There you go. That's an Alonzo Cantu.
Yeah, and you can see the shades of red, which represent my fucking ass as well. So, yeah, if I ever, you ever wipe your ass and it looks like a Japanese flag when you're done?
Damn.
With
That's
the
after a
rising
night of
sun.
hanging out with Eddie G and Bob Dell.
Damn, Doug. What's your what's your go-to snack, Bob? Usually mine's like something I can make in the microwave, like a microwave pizza.
Like I have a jar of pickles.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
like
pickle guy. That's good.
A
'cause you
jar
grate
of
the pickle
pickles?
juice.
I love a nice pickle.
I know you
Uh,
do.
A
And
dill
sometimes
pickle.
I eat
Dill
a
pickle.
slice of salami. That's it.
One slice.
Slice of cheese
How
and
big is
salami.
that fucking slice of salami?
Yeah, it's just
Like a thick slice.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's respectable.
Salami, pickle, and the cheese.
That's you got old Mexican dad taste.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. You get like a
Old
handful.
Mexican
of-
dad.
Yeah, that's my old man. He used to be eating bologna and handful of fucking peanuts
Partial
and shit.
Italian to me.
Yeah, that's what the old
Uh,
men eat. What about you? What about you, Rocky? What's your snack? Your midnight snack? You little treat?
I'm a sweets guy. I eat too much sugar. Like if there's like a cookie or a cake around, I'll just go into that.
Your little
like, I
glass of
can't-
milk? or-
Yeah.
Yeah, now I just can't keep that shit around, especially now with I have a whole I'm supposed to be eating a lot healthier, basically, which is basically I can't eat anything now. So yeah,
do
but
you,
it's usually sweets.
What about you like almond milk?
Yeah, oat milk, almond milk. I'm down with that. That's what I have. I can't have regular milk.
Me neither. I can't fuck with regular milk.
Yeah.
Almond milk's my shit. I love almond, and I can't go back to regular milk.
Milk's great.
It's my
Almond milk's even
favorite.
better.
You like ground turkey?
Ground turkey's legit. If you got some good SPG and you make some crispy tacos, it's just as good as the beef, if not better.
Oh, what I do
80-20.
is no, go on. Yeah, the 80 exactly 80-20. Yeah, I bet it would be great for tacos, but what I do is I'll just get the ground turkey just by itself with some olive oil,
Mm.
and I'll throw some soy glaze on there. If you like sweets, man, get that the teriyaki. I'll send you a picture. It's fucking amazing. It's only like $2.98. It's like around $3 altogether, and it lasts a while. So you squeeze some of that on the ground turkey, you mix it up. Oh fuck, dude, that is. And yeah, that's the shit right there.
Yeah.
I highly
I'm
suggest it.
definitely gonna have to try. I got it when I make crispy, like on taco night crispy tacos. I'll do the ground turkey, the 80-20, but I'll throw there's this SPG rub. It's like Arnie's. It's just salt, pepper, garlic, but his blend, fucking I don't know why it makes the ground
SPG?
turkey
Yeah.
You heard of that?
just as
SPG?
good as the like salt,
No.
pepper, garlic.
What's
It's
that?
I'll
What's the
send you the
brand?
one. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
What
send
is
me a
It's called
pic.
Arnie's.
Arnie's. Okay. I'm always
But
looking for
in
good.
terms-
I'm
It'll
always
take,
looking for
it'll
that
take
shit.
your fucking Mexican cooking to a next level.
You guys ever fuck with MSG?
No.
I don't. I know it's in food I eat sometimes, and I know when I go to the restaurant, sometimes it'll like Panda. It'll say no MSG or MSG.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Yeah.
getting some from Amazon. Get some MSG.
Yeah.
They also have this other shit that's supposed to be like MSG.
Like,
What?
it's like the crack in Asian food, right? That makes it so good.
Yes.
It's the headache spice, is what Patrice would call it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
apparently like Americans would like take Japanese rations or whatever. Like, what the fuck is this? It tastes so good. Is that MSG in there?
Yeah.
Or maybe like Korean rations and shit. I always forget, man. It's so wild that we went to war with Korea and like we don't even talk about it. Like Vietnam really just like
I think it's so wild that like they act like Big Boy and Hiroshima and Nagasaki never happened.
well, I mean, dude, honestly, if you look at Japan at that time, they were kind of wilding, you know, like they probably to
Yeah.
themselves were like, you know what?
They did
They're
take
like,
over the
yeah,
half of
we
Asia.
kind of.
That's kind of like what it seems like the attitude was and stuff. Like, you know, maybe we needed to calm down a little bit. Because,
Trying to take over the world, you know.
Yeah.
well, did you ever see, like, dude? If you look up hardcore history, I think it's called like Rising Sun or something like that, or Burning Sun or some shit like that, and it's like a 6 or 8 part, like each part's like 2 or 3 hours about this. It's about the history of Japan, and it kind of leads into the South Pacific Theater in World War II, and it's really fucking fascinating because how like us fighting the Japanese makes like all the other theaters look like nothing just because of how
Yeah.
like crazy brutal the Japanese people were.
Yeah.
Like, they would send just like naked women and children like kamikaze like, with like spears just like running at the soldiers, and they have to mow down hundreds of these like just naked civilians and then like walk over their naked bodies and shit. And then like there's just so much of these people that they're killing that they're rotting, and like when they're trying to crawl over people, like just maggot, like they're slipping through shit, and it's just all this like death.
That's hardcore.
It is, and like that's the Japanese were like like they were brainwashed that hey, if the Americans catch you, they're gonna do worse. They're gonna fucking rape you and whatever. So I think that's also what helped is that when we came through,
And then
we helped.
propaganda and honor and
Yeah.
fucking.
So when we came through and we're like not doing that and not just like because what the Japanese were telling them, we're like, hey, you know all the shit that we did to the Chinese? That's what they're gonna do to us.
That's how they made them realize, like, that's how they made it hit home for them.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
remember what we did?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because that's what they would do. That they would like test their samurai swords by just like taking a Chinese guy, just cutting their head off and shit, and seeing how many they could do. You know, before they had
As
to like
if there
sharpen
was
it.
like no less hardcore ways to try and test the sword.
Yeah, no, dude. Japan is like their whole history is fucking wild, which is such an understatement, but it's fascinating.
Yeah.
But yeah, also like that's apparently like where lingerie kind of became a big fetish for Japanese people is when when America kind of occupied Japan, they would buy like prostitutes and people like like they'd want to like when they got their girl or whatever,
Yeah.
they want to treat them, and so they'd buy them like fancy lingerie and stuff. So that got associated with or underwear and like undergarments got associated with prostitutes and stuff.
Yeah.
So like in Japan, then it's like it kind of fetishized underwear in general. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's dirty, that's naughty and taboo and stuff. So even now with the whole panty shots and
Many shots, yeah.
all that kind of stuff,
Panties.
it's very like deeply ingrained in their culture, which is kind
Yeah.
of interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Would you want to go to Japan?
Hell yeah.
I saw this.
Hell yeah.
I saw this
I would
interesting
love to.
article. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I know Rocky wants to go to Japan. I ain't got to ask Rocky.
What the?
But I saw an article that said
You
it's
love
like
those
cheaper
Japanese
now
girls.
to go to Japan and go to like Tokyo Disney or wherever they have it there. I don't know if it's Tokyo. I'm assuming
Go
Tokyo.
to Disney.
That it's cheaper to go to Japan and go to Tokyo Disney and come back than it is to do the same
Go
in
to
like Disney
Disney.
World. Yeah,
Yeah.
Disney World. I thought that was pretty wild. I'm like, shit, dude. It kind of makes me want to go to Tokyo Disney. You know,
The dollar stretches in
Yeah.
Japan.
Fuck
it
yeah.
does.
I know.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's cheaper there.
I did not know that. That is wild.
Yeah.
I have to look into it because I don't believe you, Bob. But just teasing.
I've
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
always been there.
I believe you. I trust you with my life. I want you to know
Get out
that.
of here.
So, okay, yes, we're going to Japan. The boys are going to Japan.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a date.
Yep.
That'd be cool if we started a war with Japan again. If Trump just got that like demented, they just got Japan confused with China, just started talking shit.
Yeah, bomb
He would.
Tokyo.
He would, dude. I don't know. Would you? Have you found out like just in a weird way, like, oh, I'm actually Jewish. You know, like you find out that like you're actually adopted and your real family was like Jewish. You know, and would you ever go back to Israel if like they let you and like you were able to hide out there?
I don't know if I would, but I do. I would visit Jerusalem and Tel
Oh, yeah?
Aviv.
Hell yeah! What about you, Rocky?
If I found out I was Jewish, would I go hide where?
In Israel, like if you know if you could, or would you make a pilgrimage back?
Yeah.
I'm not doing no fucking pilgrimage. I'd go hide.
Well, the most interesting thing, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're Jewish, they'll pay for your trip to Israel.
Yeah, that birthright.
Yeah, it's called a birthright trip. You ever hear of that,
Yeah.
Rocky?
Yeah, if you want to like go back or some shit, or is that something different?
No, it's different. That's right of return. So right of return is like you can just come back, you know. So a
Yeah.
lot of times people that are like fleeing charges in different countries will go hide out in Israel,
Yeah.
and use right of return. You know, they'll make bail and just fly out to Israel and shit. But birthright is basically if you're Jewish, they'll pay for you to go over there on a birthright trip. And it's kind of like a mixer for Jewish people. Like they get all the Jewish boys and Jewish girls, and they kind of just impress upon you how important it is to like continue the Jewish religion and stuff. So they're trying to get you to hook up,
Oh shit.
you know. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like a little singles mixer. But
Yeah.
I remember because my stepdad's Jewish, and so
Oh, really? Nice.
yeah, and so
Oh, shit. How Jewish do you have to be for like? a
that's
free
what I was
trip?
gonna find out because I actually signed up for
Can
a
you-
birthright trip because I think like I think the cutoff is 35. I think I think
Okay.
35 or something like that. There's a certain cutoff. and
Why is
I-
there a cutoff?
what?
I don't
It-
know.
It's just dumb that there's a cutoff.
Because they don't
like,
want
they should-
old Jews to fucking procreate. No, no. All the health problems
So
that would
if
cause.
you only have 5% Jew, then you can't go, right?
No, well, what it is, like, I don't know how bad. So this is the only reason I didn't go through with it. I'll tell you
Yeah.
because I went through the whole process. There's like interviews and shit like that. But eventually, like at one point, there's a thing that you have to sign off on that's like you are acknowledging that you are actually Jewish. If it's discovered that you're not Jewish, then you'll be charged with like theft for however much it costs for the trip.
Oh, shit.
You know, and I'm like, I'll be charged
Oh,
with
my
theft
God.
by Israel. Like, you know, they got good lawyers. Like, that's gonna
Yeah.
stick. You know, so I was like, you know, that was my thing. I was like, ooh, do I like this? Would be really funny if I could pull it off. You know, but
Mm.
then I'm just like. It would take one Google search of anything that I've ever put out, you know, to prove that I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I thought that would be such a good little scam.
Yeah.
And just claim ignorance and just be like, what I thought. But I know, so you can't be Jewish unless your mom's Jewish. It's like basically your mom has to be Jewish and give birth to you.
Yeah.
You know, that's it's Judaism is passed through on the mom's side.
Yeah.
Is how that works. So if you
Oh, that's
have
crazy.
so let's say Bob or me, a goy, has
Yes.
sex with a fine Jewish woman, you know,
Yeah.
a
Oh, there
Jewess,
you go.
if you
That's,
will.
That's
Jewess.
that's an
Then your child is now Jew
Yes.
and has a right of birthright and the right of return.
well. You said fine Jewish woman. I haven't seen one of those.
Fucking dude, you ain't looking.
East.
Lots
Yeah.
of fine Jew broads out there, as I
There are
like
a
to
lot.
say,
I'm just messing around.
playing with their jubies
Yes.
and their
Their
Juginas. I remember I had sex with a Jewish person once, and it was like I was like, oh, that's my first Jewish person. Like, oh, it's your first time with somebody from the tribe. I was like, that's so interesting.
I had a half Jewish woman show me her titties.
Nice, dog.
Yeah.
East.
At least one of them was of the tribe.
Yeah. She had like,
That makes you, yeah, that basically makes you Jewish.
well,
Yeah.
half the side of her boo had Hebrew. I was like, oh, what does it say in Hebrew? She's like,
Hebrew.
I don't know,
It
but
had a biblical text.
yeah.
She didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
It probably was something anti-goy. She was going to tell you.
Subvert.
It's actually the whole verse from the Talmud that talks about Jesus boiling in hot feces and semen.
Yeah.
You ever heard about that whole gimmick? The Talmud,
Yeah.
Rocky.
Talmud.
No, no, I'm not versed on that.
You're not into the Abrahamic religions. I was trying to explain to my old man because he's like talking about the Muslims and shit, and I was just like, they're closer to like Christians and Jews than they are to like any other religion because they're Abrahamic. They kind of like they see Jesus as a prophet, and the Jews don't. Like, so it's like
I know.
they're actually closer to Christians than Jews are, but they're all Abrahamic. That they all come from Judaism. So it's hard. It's so funny trying to explain that to people that just like don't want to hear that shit. They're just like they think Jesus just like came out of nowhere and just is like created Christianity like in a vacuum. It's like,
Jesus did not create Christianity. That was
he was a Jew. He was a fucking Jew. And also, you weren't even allowed to be a Christian if you weren't a Jew for a long time until fucking
Mr. Paul.
Yeah, until Saul, who became Paul in Damascus and shit. And he was killing fucking Christians.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so cool. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like that whole shit is like they don't even understand that. Like, Jesus didn't want you to be a Christian. He wanted the Jews to be Christians. You know, fucking that was a whole. And then he came back, and told Paul, "Hey, you can do it too." It wasn't like Paul. Like with his Jew side, which he was all Jew. He was fucking he was like the head Jew, like
He was a Pharisee.
Yeah, and then they were like, man, you hate these guys more than we do. Go out down there and fuck them up because he had already killed a couple of them, I think, or at least one. And Jesus is like, hey Saul, why are you doing this to me? And blinded him. Yeah, and all that good shit. But so that's my thing is like maybe Saul was just like, you know what? Like this is actually kind of a good gimmick. We could like and really spread this and make something happen. I don't know, but. I don't even know if there was money involved in Christianity back then because I don't even know if it wasn't until the popes got involved that the money really started flowing because that's a whole...
It just spread it around the Roman Empire.
Oh, fuck, you're right. That's probably when money got involved. Yeah, when the Romans got involved. Shit.
Because there were a lot of... I think there was a lot of people in power that were Christians, so apparently...
Well, that's what happened was, as I forget the... it was fucking... King James? King James. Okay, there you go. Constantine. Well, one of the fucking Roman guys, he became a Christian.
Yeah.
And just basically like brought his whole kingdom or the whole empire under Christianity. But they had all these other religious texts and shit that they were following and stuff, a lot of pagan shit. So as opposed to just like cutting it out, because they wanted to keep society running, they just retconned it, kind of like the Romans did with Greek shit.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like appreciation for tradition. No matter how diluted it gets eventually, but
December 25th.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think Jewish religion is interesting, but what's interesting about the whole crucifixion of Christ is that it parallels the Jew. I think it's Passover ceremony or whatever, where maybe it's not Passover. It could be another one of them. But there's a Jewish ceremony. Is it Yom Kippur? No,
but there's one. That's September.
There's one where they take all the sins of the tribe or the village and they put it into like a sheep or a lamb or a goat or something like that, and then they slaughter it, right? And then there's like two of them, and then they kill one of them, the other one go or some shit like that.
It's called Day of Atonement.
Something like that, but it parallels the whole Jesus sacrifice thing. That's why they call him the Lamb of God,
right?
And because he was supposed to be the sacrificial lamb, like the Jews used to do, and then he's taking, but as opposed to just a village, it's for the entire world.
Yeah,
which is interesting. I don't know. Well, what about you, Rocky? You think you could have gotten crucified if you knew, like, you're going to be king shit afterwards?
Oh no, I'm probably too selfish. I probably would have been like for the greater good. I don't know. It's a good question. If you really think about it, you probably, to the grand scheme of things, you become a martyr. You're remembered forever. Yeah. I mean, why not?
Well, let's put it this way.
Or you could live a worthless, meaningless life and never be remembered and die for nothing. Or you could be fucking placed on a pedestal forever.
Let me put it this way, though. When it comes to the whole crucifixion thing, it's not like they invented that just for Jesus, so it doesn't seem like it would be that scary.
They did it to people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't even the only crucifixion that day.
Yeah.
He was just on the dais.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't even the headliner.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was the headliner at least, but I mean, he wasn't even like there was two guys on each side of him, and there was a whole bunch of other.
What's crazy is no one really remembers the feature.
The
of that
feature.
night.
They do. They remember the one. Remember there was two thieves.
There were two
That's-
other guys, but no one who knows what. I don't know their information. I know
yeah, there's a
Jesus.
whole gimmick that one of them was like kind of talking shit to Jesus, and the other one was like, "Hey, I know that I'm a piece of shit, but like,
Yeah,
hey, I believe that
I
you're-"
know the
yeah.
stories too. I
Oh,
heard
okay,
their
well,
version. I heard their
then
stories.
I feel like you do, Joey.
What I'm saying is, what is their names?
What is it? What it means? It's like fuck. Well, there's probably 16 other
Exactly.
fucking guys getting crucified that night.
You
At
don't
least they
remember
remember
anyone else?
Thief
That-
2.
That was the
Yes.
joke. You don't remember their names. It would have sucked to be the feature.
The thief on the
Okay, all right.
cross.
You know what, Rocky? Touche.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
give you an ace. I'll give you one of these
Yes.
because you're the chosen one. What was the?
Yeah.
But let me see. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like it wouldn't necessarily be that scary. It would be like, oh, are you gonna get, like, it would suck, And apparently back in the day, they were like, I heard some shit about like crucifixion stuff. Like sometimes they are like with hanging,
Yes.
like
Well, didn't
sometimes
he
you wouldn't.
die from suffocating?
Like yeah, if you had like a boy, like after everybody, like after you hung, your boy would go over there and like hang from your legs to kind of like bring it on a little bit quicker and shit. That was like considered a good thing to do.
Fuck.
I mean,
Dang,
fuck, dude. That's what I'm
I
saying.
would want.
Yeah.
I just would want Bob Dell to be my boy because I'm like, or no.
Oh, that shit's broke.
You know,
That
like-
dick is
No, no.
broke. Your head pops off.
No, I can't do that.
Between Alonzo and Bob, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have to go with Bob's my boy.
Yeah,
He's gonna help me get
I'm
this
just
done a
punching
little
you
quicker.
in the genitals, being like, just go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Nah,
Not
You're
understanding how
not
it works.
helping. You're just punching him in the
Fat.
balls.
Yeah.
too big for that.
Let me think. Yeah, but that is like here. That's the wild shit about. I think that's why this society, or like is still into snuff videos and stuff. There is definitely a part of our
8mm, great movie.
No, yeah, but I
Didn't
mean,
know
just in
later.
general, like we watch videos of people like getting car crashed or getting shot and during robberies and stuff. Those are snuff films. Like people don't realize that is
Like-
a video of a guy getting murdered.
Like Dan
Oh
Zam
yeah,
posting
that's wild.
clips
yeah.
of that.
Like,
Yeah, or
third
people
world
like
shootings and shit.
industrial
Yes.
accidents, Taliban beheading videos, fucking
Yeah.
cartel execution videos. Like there is a certain like.
or even like Charlie Kirk's
Great
shooting.
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
something that was spread like it was fucking a Christmas card. You know what I mean? It's like
For
something
real.
Yeah, I know.
so when it comes to like human nature and psyche and stuff, it feels very disingenuous to not like acknowledge that there is a piece of this like bloodlust that has evolved with us, whether for a positive
Yeah.
or negative. That's just interesting that like I said, like maybe being back in like dirt sand times and shit, like getting murdered doesn't seem that bad because like what am I gonna live another 2 years anyway? It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, true. When mortality rate is really, really fucking bad, you're like, well, I guess this is how I die. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I'm a martyr.
And also, here's my thing. It's like if I was just like, lying and I was Jesus and shit, yeah, I might be a little bit worried about the crucifixion shit. But if I'd already like walked on water and done a couple miracles and shit, like literally raised somebody from the dead, I might be a little cocky and be like, yeah, throw it at me. I don't give a fuck.
That's fucking great.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
never
like,
thought- yeah, definitely. He's got to figure at that point that he is the one.
yeah. Or like if I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
God damn it.
Fucking
50 Cent?
Yeah, I love the story of Jesus so much. Like it is such an interesting, cool story. Like he really is like such an anime type character. Because also what is most interesting about that time.
That's what they need to do, a Jesus anime.
There's an animated Jesus movie. It's called He Walked Amongst Us. I talk about it on the show a lot because I love watching it. So good. But what is cool is like you got to keep in mind like everybody's living in the desert and Jesus was going around like convincing actual businessmen to like give up their business. It's like kind of like Scientology or like any of those cults now where like they have high level like lawyers and stuff giving up everything to like join their cult and shit. That was kind of Jesus's gimmick. No, there's like one of the main dudes. Who was it? One of his main disciples was like he like ran a whorehouse. He ran like a money lending whorehouse or whatever.
What was that?
It's in the movie at least. But yeah, and he was like one of the ones that like they all made fun of him because they're like, come on, because he's all like, oh shit, that's Jesus. It's like, don't you guys know that's Jesus? Like, why do you care that's Jesus? He wouldn't like you anyway. You're a fucking piece of shit. And then like fucking, Jesus, he's like, Jesus, and he's like, I know, it's all good. I forgive you. All this shit. It's like, oh, I will follow you, sir. All this kinds of shit. It's great. But that is like, that's a but he would do miracles and shit when he needed to. Like
Yeah.
originally the first one he meets, like when you first see Jesus in the movie, it's so great because this is how they introduce him. These two fishermen come up to their brothers, and their brothers have been out there fishing all day, and like, where the fuck have you been? We haven't gotten any fish because you assholes haven't been here. Where you guys been? And they're like, we met Jesus. Like, no, we met the Messiah. That's what they said, because in Jewish myth, and all this stuff, they have been waiting for a Moshiach, a Messiah, and stuff to come through as part of the prophecies.
Yeah.
It's like, we met the Messiah, and he's like, you didn't meet the Messiah, because also at that time there was a lot of false prophets. There's a lot of people claiming to be the Messiah and shit and whatever. And so basically Jesus comes out of nowhere and he's all glowing, and then he's like, hey, I know you're upset. Let's go back out onto the water. I guarantee, we go back onto the water, you're going to get so many fish, you're not going to be able to lift the nets.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck, like, it's too late. It's like the fishing time is over. You do it early in the morning. Anybody that fishes knows that, it's like you don't. And he's like, trust me, let's just go out there. And then they're like, okay, just to prove these two wrong. And then if this doesn't work, you guys never bring this shit up again about the fucking Messiah and all that.
Yeah.
Obviously, they go over there and they can't pull the nets up. And then they all believe. And they're like, I will teach you to be fishers of men.
Yeah, that's a quote. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which is probably what Epstein told Maxwell, but in some different words.
I'll be the fisher of men.
Yes, I will teach you to be the fisher of. Well, actually, of men though, with little girls.
Little girls, exactly.
I will teach you to be the fisher of men.
Little girls.
And that could actually that metaphor could send me straight to jail. Actually, now that I think about it, Dan Zan, don't watch this clip. Fucking that could that could be one. You ever think about when you get to the pearly gates and who is it? St. Peter pulls out the old
book.
Yeah,
Book of Life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully there's pictures. It's like,
Hope they don't count all the masturbations I've done.
I think they'll count the bad ones. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
the ones you,
yeah, they were like, these are all the masturbations. Like, you can't get all of them. Like, no, these are the ones where you were thinking about Lola Bunny. And I'm like, shit. All right, fair.
The ones you're looking at hentai and you're like, the ones with the tentacles.
Exactly. You thought it was all sweet.
Yeah.
You thought it was all sweet in your mind, but you know that Jesus and Santa and God were always watching, judging
your ass.
I don't know. So, how you seem like one of those atheist cats, right, Rocky?
Yeah. I mean, towards that.
I feel like Bob is too, right? You're like one of those atheist cats, right?
Pretty, yeah.
Yeah, most comedians are. I feel like Sam is. I think most people that come on this couch are like, atheists. They don't believe in that shit. Yeah. I'm not an atheist. I don't think I'm an atheist, but I'm definitely not like a.
I'm very agnostic. Like
yeah.
I think there might be a God, but I mean, I don't know which God. Who knows?
I don't know who's right at this point.
I think that it's like I think that it's interesting that there are like certain symbols and concepts and all that have like survived as long as like human society, and then they like go and they find these older cultures that have like similar symbols, like the two snakes and all that around that. So it's like, do I believe in like Christianity word for word, like it is, actually coming from God's mouth? Like not necessarily, but is there some kind of power to prayer? I believe so. I believe that like positive intentions, come back to you.
Or even in the like placebo effect, like if it has some good effect in any way, then technically it worked.
Yeah.
I'm pretty agnostic. I lean agnostic, but I do think about it like you were saying. Like there's a lot of similarities through all these cultures without time, and that raises questions in my head. Like, well, maybe you never know.
Yeah.
And then real quick, there was this one interesting tribe that they contacted that had never been contacted a while back, and it was one of the more recent ones. And they'd never been contacted, but they were able to figure out how, like, what they were saying by like studying 100 like all these dialects around the area. So they basically were able to communicate with them, and they asked them like, what do you think happens when people die? And it's like, oh, well, we think they go up into the sky, and and I was like, but basically what they said was like very similar to what we believed, and they had never been contacted before, and it was really interesting. And so I was like, I don't know, just things like that make me question.
No, that is interesting, because I mean, if you look at like just the nature of matter, like if you burn something, the ashes go up to the sky. A lot of things like rise, heat rises, steam rises, and all that kind of stuff. Like the idea that there's an ethereal, plane that you can only reach at a certain state of matter, you know what I mean? And whatever our state of matter is now is probably more physical. Maybe
Yeah.
the soul is so that's another thing too. It's I think really the idea of religion becomes kind of it's not really the most important thing, but I think the real debate between atheism or agnosticism or whatever devout is the belief in soul.
Yes.
It's like, do you believe that humanity has a soul, or do you believe that there's a soul in? And so there's some people that believe in a soul, but they believe that animals don't have a soul.
Yeah.
Or they don't believe in all that kind of stuff. I kind of lean more like Indian, where I think that like
Yeah.
all things have some kind of, whether it's
Life.
like a soul, they have a frequency or a
Yeah.
vibration.
A frequency, a spirit, an energy, whatever you want to call it, but there's some kind of fucking pulse that keeps us alive, that makes our heart beat. So I think there's something in this, and I think I would lean towards everything has it. I wouldn't say why wouldn't animals have it?
Yeah, reincarnation.
Well, it's like also just the idea that even how we perceive, like, let's put it this way, it's like you can say a dog sees in black and white, you know what I mean, and it can't perceive colors, but we can see colors, but also but it can hear things that we can't hear.
Yeah.
We could be just as blind color wise as the dog is seeing, hearing wise. And it's that makes me think a lot about like our perception of this reality is probably a lot like, do you think a blood cell sees itself as a unique cell, or do you, and the only way they can operate is that, even though we see it as this system, of blood, maybe we could be kind of like that. Maybe like me and you, our consciousness, being perceived by other things as more of a force, or a fluid, even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of and also the ending of Men in Black, where like the galaxy is in Orion's belt, where it's like you humans get so caught up in like it's a galaxy, so it's got to be really, really big, but it can be so small that it can fit in a speck of sand, which is actually just ripping off Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is I don't know. I like that kind of shit. I think it's interesting to learn more about.
I'm just curious, like what animals think, when they see humans or whatever, like.
Well, have you ever heard the hierarchy of needs?
No.
So, yeah, I'm not exactly like, I'm just from what I can basically remember of it. It's like everything has a hierarchy of needs, and that's kind of where your like thought process comes from. And usually it's like food, shelter,
Yeah.
safety, whatever that means, warmth, all these things can have like divergence and all that, but it's a hierarchy of needs and stuff. And maybe humans, were probably born with the same ones that animals did, but through evolution they've kind of fractured and all that. So I'm guessing it'd be something like that. Like, in my opinion, like animals probably thinking like, okay, hungry,
Yeah.
tired.
I mean, we're capable of capturing lions.
Yeah.
I mean, lions are like they are unstoppable. Like they're
fucking magnets.
Yeah.
No, well, but I mean, here's the thing: we were able to capture lions, like the pygmies. Pygmies could kill elephants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like the idea of like, but a human can't win against a lion on a one-on-one thing.
Oh, no, or even an elephant.
But also when you think about it, really, even with like us thing, it's like humans best trait is our society.
Yeah.
Our civilization and stuff. Like a bird would have a nest, or prairie dogs would have tunnels. Or I guess it may be closer to an ant farm. How we build that to live inside, or a beehive maybe. I don't know. It is interesting. Like, I don't know. And also, the idea of like it does seem the more that we know, the less that we know. So it almost feels like that is not like a trap, but a distraction almost. Where as opposed to like we learn all these things, but it doesn't seem like we apply them in the most effective and efficient ways for the benefit of society as an organism. Like we don't see society as an organism, we see societies and then we see peoples and we see like classes, distinctions,
Yeah.
political parties,
Right.
football teams, shit like that. It's like, but as like there's very few. I think Kanye's the last one, but there's very few there's very few Teslas, like Nikola Tesla or Jonas Salks and stuff, like people that make these grand scientific breakthroughs and then want to give the information to the people for the betterment of society as a whole, which is such a scary thought and concept of these like elites and higher ups that because it becomes less of a survival instinct and more of like that's why I kind of do believe in that whole like elite like psychological mind breaking shit, because it's like, how can you live in a society like this and not feel like just massively guilty constantly that you're not going out of your way to use your insane amount of wealth to just ease some tension and stuff, because it seems like they don't want to. You've read the Georgia Guidestones, right? The Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys are watching, look up the Georgia Guidestones.
I heard about that.
I think most people probably tuned out because they're like, "Oh, this is ending already," so this is good. But
Georgia Skies.
Georgia Guidestones.
Somebody destroyed it.
Yeah. But originally, before that, people said maybe Ted Turner put them up there, but nobody knows who actually put up the Georgia Guidestones. But it's like written in a bunch of like all the main languages and stuff. But it has like these laws that are written in the main languages, and it's about like keeping harmony with Earth and all that. But one of the main things that people get, weirded about is like keeping society's population under like 250,000 or some shit like that.
250,000.
Yeah, it's like some crazy fucking amount. You know what I mean? Or like 250,000,000. It's like a 250 million or some shit like that. It's like a fraction. It's like basically killing off 2/3 of the world.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, that is kind of what the globalists are trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to condition people to feel guilty about the environment and all this kinds of stuff so they can, kind of willingly walk into the slaughterhouse and make the I like that I saw a meme that we're just like we're living in a resort for like the 1% of the world's richest people and everybody else is just working at it.
Yes.
Kind of like that. But yeah, I don't know. I also feel like maybe if some apocalypse shit happens or something, like I just want something that happens that the elites weren't like expecting, that just kind of puts everybody on square one, or back to square one, kind of like the COVID thing.
Yeah.
Like the elites, they got all the money for that, but like all the semi elites, they all like were kind of like, ah, shit. Except if you had a podcast and you're making a fucking ton of money.
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh, no, this one. Hell no. But
yeah, I don't know, man.
They're probably going to build cities in space, and we're not going to be in them.
I wouldn't want to be a space city. Fuck that. I'd rather breathe shitty oxygen on Earth and live in Fallout. But
hell yeah.
So Rocky, let's leave on this. What do you think about the Epstein files? Think anything's going to come from that, or just a bunch of
sadly? Yeah, doesn't matter. Nothing's going to come from it. Whatever they release, whether people are going to twist it to feed their narrative, and they'll believe what they want regardless of what comes out and whatever. Yeah, so it's bullshit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is like, it's kind of interesting just hearing like the rabid Trump supporters kind of calming down a little bit about just the like how great Trump is and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're still like full neocon like mode, which is wild because it feels like a lot of the Trump people have just like turned neocon. It's become like less populous, which is like what he was running on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just very interesting how it's kind of just going back to the it's wild because it's going back to business kind of thing with the neoconservative shit. And I don't know, what do they call Democrats that are for war? They call them war hawks, or what do they call war Democrats? Or
I don't fucking know. I just know
neoliberals. Okay, there you go. Neoliberals,
fuck them all.
neoconservatives. Yeah, that's just
terrible.
that's basically like
Fuck
the
every
globalist
neo
party.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I also just wonder. I think I said this before on the pod. I don't know if I said it for a while. It just seems so childish that we, through all these years, haven't evolved past. I vote for you to be in charge. Like, hey, you're daddy. We all vote for daddy. That kind of shit. Where it's just like, it feels a lot like that whole sacrificial lamb ceremony, you know, where it's like,
And
okay,
people
we're all
make it more
picking.
childish.
Hmm?
Like, oh, this is my team, and sporting it, and fucking, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well, once it became like once dignity. Well, here's the thing: it's like idiocracy and shit. It's like there used to be an intellectual or like it used intellectualism, you know, wasn't always like the most popular thing, but there was like a place for it. You know, there was
Yeah.
like a kind of even if it was pseudo intellectuals, but like the idea of being an intellectual was a kind of thing that people wanted to be, or at least be seen as, even if you're an idiot. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
wanted to be kind of be
Hmm.
seen as an intellectual, and now it feels like that is like, well, that's you're just being fake, you know, you're just being a fake phony
Yeah.
kind of person, which I mean,
Yeah.
there is something to that, but also a lot of the reason that they sounded like that was because they were trying to be eloquent and trying
Yeah.
to articulate kind of
Hmm.
nuanced points, and the easier that you could, you know, say those and stuff like that without saying a bunch of ums and fucks and shits, you know,
Yeah.
people will be able to hear that and they go, I can trust that guy. He seems like he's got his head
Yeah.
on straight. But now we're like,
Yeah.
unless they drop an F bomb, we're like, I couldn't work with that guy. You
Yeah.
know, he's gonna narc on me.
Yeah.
It's that's what I'm saying. We don't want to vote for narcs anymore. But back in the day, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like we don't trust cops. We don't trust the government. We don't trust the system. So nobody wants to trust anybody that represents that or represents that kind of old guard. And then things just keep getting shittier
Yeah.
and shittier because there's no like they don't say, I don't like this, but I like this. They just say, I don't like that. Like a bunch of
Yeah.
babies. There's like, no, I don't
I
like
don't like-
that. I
yeah.
don't like that. I don't like that. As a you know, so that is a little frustrating too, but I just don't believe the idea that, oh, you voted for the wrong person.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's stupid.
and the only people that feel that way are the ones that vote for those people that are never going to fucking win anyway. It's just like, okay, unless I just take my vote and flush it down the toilet towards one of these other people. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. You know, if I ever vote again, it'll probably be for some third party candidate or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, I don't believe that voting anybody in it means, first off, everything that they do right now you can take credit for, everything they do wrong you got to take credit for, kind
Yeah,
of
that's
thing.
stupid.
It is
Humans
very
are flawed.
stupid.
That's why
What?
humans are flawed.
Yeah, not only are humans flawed, but the whole system itself isn't like it's built so that change can't happen quickly for the
Yeah.
reasons of like all this stuff. But then because of that, and then because bureaucracy needs to fund itself, they start creating new jobs and new positions to create more red tape and oversight to get
Yes.
things even passed in the first place. So it's like there's more laws passed to keep things the way that they are,
Yeah.
as opposed to and then they do some crazy
That's
executive
cool.
order, and then that just it could, like for a good example, because of the trans kid thing, they have this new law where like teachers aren't allowed to talk to kids about like health stuff.
Yeah.
You know, which, you know, sounds like, oh, that sounds well and good, but that means like a teacher can't give a kid a band-aid unless like the parent says, like, they have to sign a form at the beginning of the school year saying, yeah, you can give my kid a band-aid, or like
Yeah.
they can't even ask a kid, oh, are you feeling okay today? You know, like if they're coming in crying, they can't say, hey, what's wrong? They can't do that unless the parent signs a permission form.
You have to. They have to say, "Oh, your kid's crying." You have to write the slip.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. You have
Yeah.
to like contact the parent or whatever and be like, but here's the thing too. It's like, so let's say you're abusing your kid. The kid comes in covered in bruises and shit. You can't, you know, you'd have to make a CPS report or some shit like that. You can't like go talk to the kid and be like, hey, what happened? You know, it's like, you gotta jump to CPS or whatever. And it's like, what parent that like, and it's a bunch of these QAnon parents that don't sign those fucking forms because they're thinking their kid's gonna get transed, you know?
Yeah.
And I love the whole, I forget who said it, but it's probably some famous comedian, but it's just like, they like, I don't remember anything they tried to teach me in school. Like they tried to teach you to be trans in school. They also tried to teach you a bunch of other shit. None of that worked. Like, why would that work? You know, out of all the other things, like, yeah, you
Yeah.
probably were a little bit that, like, same thing with like being gay in jail. They
Yeah.
mostly say most of that's like consensual. So you probably weren't, you know, you probably weren't going to get fucked in jail unless you were kind of already that way.
Right.
But also, that could also be something that a big muscular guy just convinces you because he wants your butthole. You know,
Yeah.
you never know. It's a nuance.
It's
What I'm trying to say is nuance.
It's mostly non-consensual, but I think I don't know.
But that's the problem with politics. You know, it's like, especially the older we get, or just the older America gets, the way society and entertainment, all this stuff evolves, technology, social media, AI, and stuff. there's like no room for nuance. It's like become more binary than it ever has been, which is the craziest shit.
It's becoming super partisan, like super
Yeah.
Yeah,
biased.
just black and white.
Yeah, and which
You
is
know-
really wild when like we're in the age of more choice than ever,
Yeah.
except for with any of our choices. You know what I mean?
Except-
with any of our actual choices that make sense.
Except the people that are running the
It's a
government.
big shit sandwich, and we all got to take a bite.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
it's like you can pick the guy that wants to go to war with Russia, but he can either be white or black or a woman. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we're still going to war with Russia. You just get to kind of choose your skin. Like we're still
Yeah.
playing the same campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
You just get to decide if
yeah.
you want to wear booty shorts or fucking, not.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But I don't know. I hear about other countries. I don't think anybody else is doing like fucking any better. Like they all the other ones that have good socialism shit are just getting like butt fucked by immigrants and stuff. So
Well,
I
the
don't know.
migrants.
yeah, and I mean, I feel bad for those guys too, but I'm also like, all right, like, I guess at a certain point, we're all going to be just one, one culture, but I don't think that one culture is actually going to be, it's just going to be a globalized, commercialized culture. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like anything that has any roots or tradition that we can like go, hey, let's not do that because of this. It's going to be like, hey, why are you not going to do that? Because these other three people got their own fucking thing that they need to do. And we all need to be accepting of each other. So we're just not going to do anything.
Yeah.
We're just going to do this. We're going to have World Day. We do that once a year. And then everybody goes back to Amazon and works until fucking next World Day or some shit. Like,
Well,
I don't know. Like once they figure out a way to like evaporate piss from you so you don't have to use the bathroom anymore, we're just going to be like not getting bathroom breaks. You know what I mean? It's like every time that they
Yikes.
create a new technology, it's just a way to take away any kind like
we're just gonna
you
have
seen
like a little.
Futurama where Bender goes to this like work camp, like basically like slave island and stuff, and they're pushing coal, right?
Yeah.
And Bender's like, hey, if you hey, you guys are being really inefficient here. If we just if we as opposed to pushing full things of coal inside, we can be taking all the rocks that we need for digging on outside. We're wasting time. He's like, don't say anything. Pushing these empty carts are the closest thing we get to a break, right? And this is Australian guy saying that, and then but Bender goes and tells them that, and they're like, oh shit. And then by the time that the episode's done, they're like, oh, Bender made that place run so efficiently. All the work's being done by one Australian guy. So it's that one dude. It's like doing all the work and shit. But it's like that's how AI is working, where it's like, oh, these are redundancies, and we can just figure out how to stop people from doing that. Like putting like we have cameras now that are so easy. Now they just stick them in a car, so now you can't even take a piss in a bottle or smoke a fucking sneaky joint, in between like delivering a bunch of crap that weighs 50 pounds and you're breaking your back. You can't even do that. You can't even take a shot in between your fucking shift. Like you can't do nothing to. It's just. And then, because you can't do it at work, then you get off of work and you start binge drinking. You know what I mean? You just fucking binge drink, wake up hungover as shit, take a bunch of fucking Pramlazol that's probably also killing your liver just as quick as the ibuprofen that you got to take every day, and taking NyQuil, Dayquil and shit just to keep it going. Not to mention, then you work in a restaurant industry doing coke, you're drinking and shit. It's just like what I'm saying. It's like
I tried for Amazon for 4 years. I mean, I'm having to like take pee bottles and then throw them out.
Yeah, and that's the wildest shit. Because it's like you guys like have a fucking urinal in the fucking thing. Like figure that out. Like if you know that you're gonna be working people like this, let's have some fucking let's have some human decency. Yeah, about the situation.
Let them have a break. Don't work them to death.
And here's the thing: we all know Amazon's evil, but we also will keep on ordering off of Amazon. I'm sure you've ordered off. I've ordered off Amazon this week.
Yeah,
it's like
it's convenient.
Exactly.
I hate evil corporations, but Walmart has the cheapest shit. Yeah, you can support mom and pop, but mom and pop cost 3 times more.
Yeah.
Even Walmart's like
sometimes Pop's being a fucking prick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. That too.
Yeah. That's what I hate is when you go to a mom and pop place and somebody's being a fucking dick to you, and I'm like, this is why your fucking business sucks, because you're a prick.
Yeah.
You think that you run shit, but
That
you don't run
happened
shit.
to me.
I
I
run
went
shit.
to a local new coffee spot to support as like a hipster one of one coffee spot here on the south side.
Yeah.
And the lady was a bitch.
I hate that.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't you want service? I asked for something, and she said, we only have what's on the menu.
Oh, God.
And then I asked another question or something, and they happened to have it, and it wasn't on the menu. And I wanted to tell that bitch, well, y'all had that, and it wasn't on the menu. but I bit my tongue. But anyways, that was the last time I went there. I was like, fuck this.
Exactly. No, dude, 100%. I had a fucking situation at Chase and shit, which was not even the same thing, but I was so fucking livid, but I was also in a bad mood.
That was it.
But I was like waiting in line to use this ATM and shit right there. And I was waiting for a good fucking minute. And then the second that the ATM comes free, I go over there to use it. And some guy comes and stands behind me, right? And then the security guard lady comes out and tells the guy that's standing behind me, hey, we actually have another ATM inside. You know, I'm not gonna lie, the guy was dressed a little bit nicer than me and shit, but I was fucking pissed. I was like, hey, so I guess I don't need to know that there's an ATM inside. You saw me waiting here for fucking 5 minutes.
I would have did the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you saw me waiting here for 5 minutes, but you see this. He's like, well, I was taking notes. And I'm like, okay, you couldn't have put your notebook down, got up, told me, and then gone back to finish taking notes? Like, what do you mean taking? I was taking notes. Like, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's more important.
Clearly, they did not want your kind
inside.
In their
exactly. That's how I felt, dude. Because I, you know, you've seen how I dress when I'm not like going out and shit. I dress in fucking pajama pants. Crocs.
We dress like me. We dress homeless.
I'm wearing a Halloween themed T-shirt in July. You know, like fucking. That's how I dress, and because I want to be comfortable, and people act like fucking shit. It's like, dude, I just came from I'm on break for my call center job. I'm gonna be dressed as comfortable as possible, sitting in a fart chair.
I work from home. I'm not getting dressed. I work from home. I'm going out to the store in my pajamas.
Yeah, and you should be lucky because here's the thing: I could either not come over here, you know, or come over here and give you guys fucking money, which, you know, going to Chase, yeah, sure, they need my fucking money. Another thing that pissed me off, but I didn't even like, it wasn't as bad as the security guard thing, because I know it's just policy, but I was like, trying to deposit like 89 cents into my account just because it was like overdrawn by like 89 cents. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So I was like, it's overdrawn by 89 cents. Let me go down there and just, here's 89 cents, right? And they're like, you need your ID or whatever. Like I had my debit or whatever. I just didn't have my ID on me for whatever reason. And I'm just like, here's the account. Here's the like whatever. Here's all the information. And they're like, we need your ID to put money in the account. I'm like, here's the thing. If I was taking money out of the account, okay, I understand. But I'm like, dude, don't ever card somebody for putting money in my account. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a shit who's putting money in my fucking account. Like, yeah, it's like, dude, let them through. You know what I mean? Pass them. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a fuck who they are.
I thought about that. About bills, too. They shouldn't make sure it's you. If anybody wants to pay your bill, they should let them.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like, oh, we just didn't want you to, like, you know, we know how prideful you are, Alonzo. We don't want anybody coming over here and paying your bill. I mean,
it's weird that like I try to get money out of my bank and they ask for my ID.
Well, that's not weird because you're trying to get money. You know what I mean? It's like I would want somebody to make sure. Hey,
when I deposit a check, that's the thing with.
Yeah, well, it's you get what I'm saying though, right? It's like, okay, well, you're depositing a check, different. Okay, if you're depositing a check, that's fine. I'm talking about withdrawing. Like you withdraw. Like if anybody's depositing shit into my fucking account, fucking do it. You know, like just do it. I don't care. You know where it's coming from, who it's coming from. It could come from Russia. You know what I mean? It can come from China. It could come from Jeffrey Epstein. I don't give a shit. Put it in my account.
You would take Epstein money?
I didn't ask for it. I'm just saying, if it showed up in my fucking account, I'm not sending it back.
I'm just saying, if I not see it,
I'm not sending it back. Is what I'm saying. It's like I don't want them to. I'm not going to tell. I'm going to say everybody can put money in my account, and then when it's there, I'm not going to be looking into it. You know what I mean? It's like if I'm not going to do anything for Epstein to get no money, but if he's just tossing it out there and it happens to end up in my fucking account, this sounds bad, doesn't it?
I'm just trying to get some clip that, soundbite that.
I don't know if I can.
What so you would take if I gave you $1,000 and this was straight blood diamond money. People died, but you can have it, but it's just there's fresh blood.
How about this? Would I take money from the Saudis?
Would you go on that comic overseas trip?
You know what? The only reason I wouldn't do that, I'll tell you why. But it has nothing to do with the money or the whole like political shit about it. I wouldn't do that because I get into trouble really bad. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times and stuff. And I'm not even talking about like doing whatever, but I just know
to jail for life or get.
Yeah, I'm saying. I just know I'd do something. You know what I mean? That would be like, because I'm saying like I get kicked out of places for not even doing shit because they something bad happens and they go, "Did you do that?" did you do that? And I'm like, no, I didn't do that. Like, get out of here. We don't believe you. Get out of here and shit. Like when I kicked when they accused me of kicking the hole of the wall of 502.
Yeah, you told me about that story like the hours
Yeah.
after it happened.
Yeah, I was because I was fucking pissed because like I didn't even fucking do anything, and I had a good set that night, you know. And then I was in the other bar. They come in here and start accusing me of shit, asking to see my shoes, and I'm like, look, there's nothing on them. There's no fucking drywall on them. But dude, that shit happens to me. I was at fucking Vegas this past week. Did I tell you about this story?
What?
Like I
Happened
tell
in
you-
Vegas?
No, I don't think so.
I was in Vegas, right? Oh, dude. Okay. I was in Vegas and I was at the sports book because I wanted to put some money on a game. I don't gamble and shit, but I was like, okay, let me put $5 on whatever's playing. No, I wasn't even going to go bet, but the Razorbacks are playing. I used to live in Siloam, where you know, in it's close to Fayetteville where the Razorbacks are. I actually also went to U of A where the Razorbacks played. So I, you know, have an affinity for them. It's like, okay, let me put $5 on the Razorbacks to win. And they were losing. So I was like, you know, this could be good. And while I'm sitting there with my little fucking ticket, some black guy comes up and he's like, hey, I lost my phone. Do you have my phone or whatever? And I'm like, I don't got your phone. Like, what kind of phone is it? And he's just like, it's a whatever. I'm like, I don't got that. I got an iPhone. And he's like, let me see your phone. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pull out my phone. You know, I'm sitting down, you're standing up, so you can what, grab it and run the fuck away and shit. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna open, like, you know, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. He's like, oh, give me my phone. I'm like, hey, I'll open my phone for security. Go get a security guard, bring him over here. I'll show him that I didn't fucking steal anything. I'm not showing you shit, you know? And so they bring a security guy over, and I'm showing him my fucking phone. I'm like, this is my phone. This is me. Like, these are pictures of me and shit. And the guy's like, he updated it. He saw it. He put his fucking shit in there and all that. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just here trying to bet or whatever. He's like, do you know this? I'm like, no, I don't know this fucking guy. And so like 3 fucking cops. I posted a picture on Instagram actually. That's when I was there, and the cops are behind me and shit. And they're trying, and then they're like, they kick that guy out, and then they're saying, okay, now you need to leave and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna leave because this guy's threatening to kick my ass. He's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Let's go outside. I'm gonna kick your ass and shit. So they kick him out, and then they want me to leave, and I'm like, I'm not going to leave. First off, you guys are horrible security because you never kick somebody out that gets into an altercation right after you have the guy outside. Usually, you tell them to wait 30 minutes even if they're trying to leave because you don't want to start an altercation. That happens at bars all the fucking time, but they're trying to kick me out. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I paid my ticket. I didn't fucking do shit. You know, like, go get your manager. He's like, I'm the manager. I'm like, go get your real manager. You're not the manager. I was like, go get somebody else. I'm not leaving. I'm not going out I'm not going to go out there with some guy that you just kicked out said he wants to kick my ass. That's not even like, doesn't even legally make sense. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so I know you're not the manager because you wouldn't do that. Like, or he wouldn't do that. So eventually they like, keep on sending cops over there to try to kick me out, and I'm just like not going anywhere. You know what I mean? I'm just like standing there because I'm like, I didn't do anything. All they can do is like try to make me go and shit. So eventually I call my old man to cook and come back me up, and so I just leave with him because I'm just like, I'm not gonna leave by myself. My big, you know, see my old man, he's a big guy and shit. So I was left with him and stuff. Not that I wouldn't like necessarily afraid to leave by myself, but I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking go out there by myself. It was like some kind of victory, you know. I was like, all right, because he was like, Alonzo, where are you? There's the thing, he wanted me to leave, right? But I didn't want to leave because I had $5 on the game and they tried to kick me out. So I'm like, hey dad, I'm at this fucking thing. Come get me. They're trying to kick me out of here and shit. And he's like, okay, I'll come get you and stuff. And he comes, I'm like, here, let me just stay until we win. He's like, oh, whatever you win, I'll fucking pay it for you and shit. But we lost, so you don't have to pay me shit. But so that was more the thing. I didn't want to go, but my dad wanted me to go. So I was like, come pick me up because I don't want to leave by myself because there's fucking shit going on. Yeah. And so that's what happened there. But that's what I'm saying, dude. There was no, but I was also dressed like a homeless guy. I had my fucking Crocs on. I had my
yeah. See, that doesn't help the cause.
Yeah, exactly. I had my leather homeless guy shit. I had my hair all crazy, wild, you know, pajama pants, plaid pajama pants, fucking Crocs, you know, drunk as a skunk, high as a skunk and shit, you know. Just oh man, I had smoked so much fucking. I was smoking so much weed there, like it was my job because. You know, like when you go to the weed spot there and you buy weed, they throw in other weed. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, if you buy this, we'll give you a free eighth. So now I got like twice as much weed as I want to smoke. Yeah. But I'm not like, you know, a bitch. So I'm just smoking blunts like first thing in the morning.
But I'm not a bitch.
Yeah, every couple hours.
Yeah,
and then there was like maybe before I left, I had maybe like 2 grams left, 2 or 3 grams possibly, and I just like grinded it all up and just ate it. I'm like, I'm not wasting my money over here, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah. I had that problem one time because you go there and you're only there for a certain amount of time, and then you, like you say, you get random free stuff. and I still had to toss some gummies, but I ate
It's
like
the worst feeling
some
in the
gummies
world.
Yeah.
before my plane flight, and so I was kind of like trying to hold it together in the airport. It was a funny story.
Fucking it reminds me of, you ever seen the South Park episode where they all buy ninja toys and accidentally poke Butter's eye out with them?
Yes.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah.
scene where Kyle's trying to throw away the fucking ninja stars, and Cartman's like, Kyle, you paid $20 for those stars. Are like, is the Jew in you really gonna let you throw away something you paid $20 for? Which is literally what happened to me when I was in Puerto Rico, because me and my brother bought a bunch of weed in Puerto Rico, and we had like an eighth left or something, and I was like, I had my hand above the trash can about to throw it away, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put it up my butt. I'm just gonna stick it up my butt and take it back to the States, and I did.
Sneak it
and
in.
it was great. Yeah, that was my go-to.
Nice.
That was my go-to back in the day.
Be your own mule.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That was back when I used to live in Arkansas, because it was so hard to get weed in Arkansas that, I wasn't going to throw away no weed.
Yeah.
It's going right in my butt. Cops pull me over, it's going right in my butt.
She's an ace from Puerto Rico. Like, I would take the over on that. If you told me that story, and I would totally believe it every day of the week.
It is. It's fucking true, Doug. I have wild
that's
stories about
funny.
me fucking sneaking weed over airplanes and shit and almost getting caught and hiding drugs from cops and shit, but that's all behind me. I don't do that shit no more. It's just stupid.
That's
There's
all
like no
last
reason.
week. That's long time ago in the past. Last week.
Well, because once you get caught up, like that's what I'm saying, I had never gotten arrested for anything or like whatever. Then once that happens, you're just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth the fucking
Yeah, once
time.
they start treating you like a real criminal when you're really not a real criminal, it sucks.
It does, man, because it's like, I hate being locked up in a fucking cell. It's like the worst feeling. The worst feeling is falling asleep and waking up and being in jail. Like falling asleep in jail and
And
waking
not
up.
knowing what happened, how you got there.
No, I never had that happen. I'm sure that would suck
Oh,
too.
shit.
But like just like going to jail, taking a nap, then waking up, and then that first couple minutes where you don't really know what's going on. Like you don't remember the problems from yesterday, Then you waking up and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, what's this wall? What's that? And you're like, oh shit, that's right. Ah, fuck, I'm in jail. Yeah.
No, the one time I did go to the magistrates, I did think it was kind of crazy because like they do throw you in the same room with everyone, and it's like, okay, you're public intoxication, and then you're literally sitting next to like MS-13 guy tatted, and they're like, why are you in here? And I'm like, oh, attempted murder, like literally just like try to run down his girlfriend, got arrested by cops, like attempted murder, MS-13 guy, and then public intoxication.
Well, the last time
Next to each other.
last time I got locked up was there. You're talking about in San Antonio, right? Imagine
Yeah.
Then did you get let out on your own recognizance or whatever?
No, I didn't know about that. I was clueless. I should have did that.
No, it's fine. I mean, well, what they did with me was, so it's a whole story. I needed a whole episode on it because I got videos and shit. But basically, some cop like fucking fucked me up and put me in the hospital. I had to get my arm put
shit.
back together because he like brutally dislocated my arm, like in a way that the people at the hospital were like, I've never seen this before. Your bone's behind the other bone. Like it's
Fuck.
yeah. So it took like fucking 4 people like holding like and pulling it, trying to put it back together and shit. So and they had also, while my arm was all mangled, they had me handcuffed to the gurney and shit. It was the fucking. It was
Worst.
it was the worst. It was like the worst
Yeah.
pain feeling I've ever been in. So my favorite part was actually getting locked up because I was just surrounded by people that were fun, and they were all just giving a hard time to this one black kid that had like run away from the cops and like caused a crazy car accident, and they're all just like, man, you're never getting out of here. Just fucking with them. It was pretty funny. I had a great time. But then the cop dropped all the charges on me because they put me in there for assault on a police officer, which was
Oh, shit.
insane because I didn't do anything like that. The maximum they could have given me was resisting arrest, which I didn't do either. But they just dropped the charges and just let me go, and so that's just what happened. But it's like, I guess they're hoping I didn't press charges or whatever, because I guess like I could have maybe had some kind of suit or something. Like I don't know, but
They call it a wash. They're like, we won't charge you. You leave us alone. But
yeah, that was my whole thing, because I was like, what am I going to do? Sue San Antonio Police Department? I wasn't planning on leaving, Like, I like San Antonio. That's where my family is. I'm not going to, like, now have a beef with the fucking cops. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't seem like a very smart thing to do. I don't know. Especially the life I live, the outlaw life.
Life.
All right, dog. Do you feel you got your money's worth, Rocky?
Yeah, no, that was a great episode. I honestly, I didn't totally forgot it's a podcast for a while. I was just shooting the shit, talking bullshit.
Yeah, man. That's basically what I do. Forget it's a podcast and just start talking about God and shit.
It's been 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Nah, I think it's been a solid hour. Oh yeah,
An
maybe
hour?
two. Maybe two. There we go.
Yeah.
That's about right. All right, guys. That's been a funky dealer for real this time.
Yes.
We got Rocky Lopez.
Rocky
What do you got to
Lopez.
promote, boss?
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Anything to promote? Any gigs coming up?
Oh no, I don't got nothing to promote. I'm just grinding, trying to work out some stuff, and hopefully I do got some stuff to promote coming up here soon. But yeah, keep me in mind for your shows.
Yeah, of course, dude. For sure. Always. Just let me know when you're free to do pods on Saturday. You should come in and just swing by. What about you, Bob? You
Yeah.
said nothing coming up or what?
Nothing much. I'm just like the same thing, just hustling, grinding.
Right. Hey, you should come to the Clown Church tomorrow. Rocky, Bob's gonna be there. Clown Church tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna be doing a I'm gonna
I'll try to
be
make
doing
it
a
out.
stunt performance. A theatrical stunt performance. I have a bit there. I don't want to ruin it, but it's gonna be spectacular. And oh shit. I wanna ask if some of the props came in or not yet. But all right, guys. I love y'all. Love you, Rocky.
Love you guys.
There's man.
Hit me up. Let me know what's
Merry
up.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
All right.
6 to 10,
There's
Clown
Happy
Church
New-
tomorrow,
Happy holidays.
guys. At the Brick, 6 to 10, Clown Church tomorrow.
All right.
It's been a funky dealer, guys.
All right, guys. See ya.
Yeah.
Nine a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 fours the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scraps, wants 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 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce, scrap, wants 4. Scrap, wants 4. Who wants the hard 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 4 and he made it the hard way. Pay the front line, take the hard. You have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? 6 to point.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky. Check me out, y'all.
8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. Nine a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 fours the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scraps, wants 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 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce, scrap, wants 4. Scrap, wants 4. Who wants the hard 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 4 and he made it the hard way. Pay the front line, take the hard. You have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? 6 to point.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky. Check me out, y'all.
8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? Place 6.
So funky. So funky.
Coming out again for a new point.
So funky.
Bets down, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants the hard 4?
So funky.
5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
4 4's the point, mark 4.
So funky.
Ace deuce scrap, mark 4. Ace deuce, deuce.
So funky.
Scrap, 1. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Who wants to come?
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. 9 a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 4's the point, mark 4. Ace deuce. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Who wants to come? 6 the point. Play 6.
That's all, folks.